Hi guys and gals, so I'm back. I'm a little sunburnt, as you can see. I'm like 50 shades of red here today instead of 50 shades of gray. We're back at my apartment because the phone ran out of juice, so I'm gonna finish up here. At least got one more. This is part 9. Can you believe it? This is crazy. Anyway, I'm wearing glasses because I'm an old man and I have to be able to see the copy. It's a little darker in here. But anyway, you can see what I do when I'm not AFK. You can see back here, I'm actually playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is fantastic. I have to shill a little bit of video games here because I used to do that for so long, but this is a great game. You should try it, especially if you don't like games. It's fun. You can just go around and explore. I don't sell this, but hey, if you want it, GameStop, really cool place to go get it. Okay, here goes. Now back to my true passion, which is vinyl records. You ready? Uriah Heep, live in 1973 at the height of their live powers. Uriah Heep recorded this live album and set the benchmark for live rock records. This album captures the band with their classic lineup as they hammer through the hits. Mastered for vinyl and pressed on heavyweight splatter vinyl with full-color inner bags featuring original liner notes from each band member, press clippings, and band photography. U-Roy, Dread in a Babylon. U-Roy was a true reggae pioneer and dubbed the originator for good reason. Bursting onto the Jamaican scene in the earliest 1970s, he pioneered the vocal approach called toasting, which in addition to branching out Jamaican music into a new era, was also heavily influential on an American genre in its infancy called rapping. U-Roy's style and charisma are always on display, and as with all of his classic records, the groove rules all. Presented with a poster of the glorious ganja-drenched cover art, it's the perfect chance to revisit one of the more underrated voices in Jamaican musical history. Yeah, man. Get your groove on with U-Roy. Vangelis, Blade Runner original soundtrack. 2017 sees the 35th anniversary of the original release of Ridley Scott's 1982 cult film Blade Runner, arguably my favorite sci-fi film of all time. Maybe Star Wars, maybe Alien, maybe 2001. It's hard to say. The original soundtrack, composed by Vangelis, will be released on picture disc for the first time, housed within a die-cut single-sleeve jacket. And if you don't already own this, it seems that now would be the time to get it. It's a shame. This release won't last, but no one does. Sorry. The Rough Guide to Bollywood, the psychedelic years. And in the 1960s and 1970s, Bollywood composers adventurously adopted the trippy guitars, spiraling synthesizers, and ethereal vocals of psychedelia and mixed it with lusciously over-the-top Indian orchestrations. Jewels featured inside include songs by Asha Bhosle, Lata Mangeshkar, and Muhammad Rafi. This limited edition LP includes a download card giving you high-quality MP3 versions of all the tracks from this record, as well as bonus Bollywood tracks for Digital Distribution Day? I'm kind of confused. I'm confused again, but in a crazy Bollywood kind of way. Okay, the Rough Guide to Delta Blues, the most influential of all blues forms. Delta Blues laid the foundations for what was to become the rock and the roll. Born in the punishing and poverty-stricken environment of the Mississippi Delta, the Rough Guide traces its early origins with classic tracks by many Delta legends, as well as lesser-known artists shrouded in mystery. Includes a digital download card, which contains extra tracks, apparently also for Digital Distribution Day. I'm getting more confused. White Man and Hammersmith Palace? Yeah, hey, they can't even spell right. White Man and Hammersmith Palace. Limited edition collector's piece commemorating the 40th anniversary of the Hammersmith show that inspired the Clash's White Man and Hammersmith. Includes a track apiece from the 4 stars of the show that night, all wrapped up in a 2-sided replica promotional poster for that legendary show. Sure to appeal to both reggae heads and fans of the Clash. That would be like me. Next up, a Bronx Tale soundtrack. This will be the first time this iconic soundtrack has ever been on vinyl. Be on a 2 LP set with black and red Pool of Blood colored vinyl, deluxe tip-on gatefold packaging, and a color insert. Blood can be fun. Here you go. Stories for Ways and Means. The Waxploitation Records founder asked his favorite artists from the worlds of music and the visual arts to collaborate on original children's stories for multimedia literary mixtape. So here we have a multimedia literary mixtape. Literary. I've got this. Okay, I'm about to do some serious name dropping. Apologies for the mispronunciations. These pairings that can be found on this 350-page book, Stories for Ways and Means, and includes stories from Jim James, Nick Cave, Frank Black, Justin Vernon, Laura Marling, Devin Andra Banhart, Allison Mosshart, as well as paintings and illustrations from Anthony Lister, James Dean, Dan Baldwin, Swoon, Will Barris, Ronzo, Kai, and Sonny, and more. Wow, that's a lot of people. For Record Store Day 2017, Waxploitation has created a limited edition artifact of narration from the books on 12-inch colored vinyl, with an insert containing an excerpt from the book, with special guests like Zach Galifianakis, you know him from The Hangover, I still don't know how to pronounce his name, Danny DeVito, Nick Offerman, King Cruel, and Hampton Roads' own Drum, and more. Whew, it's a lot of names on this one record. It's probably going to be really good. Like a drunk in a midnight choir, Record Store Day celebrates the music of Mr. Leonard Cohen. Record Store Day brings 11 artists together to celebrate the life and music of Leonard Cohen, with proceeds of the sales of each album going to Pablove, an organization devoted to fighting childhood cancer with love. I don't know why I did that in a quasi-Irish accent. Function, that went somewhere else. Function Underground, the Black and Brown American Rock Sound, 1969 to 1974. This anthology, which has its origins in the bootleg Chains and Black Exhaust release, focuses on the Black and Latino American rock bands that spread their wings after Jimi Hendrix came to prominence in unlikely locales such as Dayton, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Phoenix, Arizona. Most of the music here is being reissued for the first time. Comes with an illustrated cover by French illustrator Sang-On Kim and a booklet detailing the history of the Black and Latino contributions to American rock music by leading music historians and collectors. Cool. Recutting the Crap. More Clash. In 1984 to 1985, the Clash toured Europe and the U.S. to showcase several new songs. The tour was a tremendous success, and people were very receptive and excited about the band's stripped-down sound. The upcoming, Zelda, come on, come back. I'm going to make him jump so he comes back here. There he goes. All right, the upcoming album was to be titled Out of Control, so most fans were shocked to hear the album renamed Cut the Crap, which was to be released in the fall of 1985. Most of the album was unfinished with scratched vocals and mixed by the band's manager. Lame. Over the years, many a Clash fan have wished the album was properly redone and remixed. So finally, in 2017, it's being revisited by diehard Clash fans. They recorded and contributed their versions of the songs from Cut the Crap, as well as some songs from the Out of Control demo sessions. This is Volume 1. Volume 2 with more songs from these sessions will be released later this year. This release will have 300 green and 700 black vinyl copies randomly distributed. So by my calculation, you probably have a 70% chance of getting actual crap, but 100% chance of getting Cut the Crap. So good luck. Good luck with that. Why don't they just release them all in the one color for Record Store Day? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why? Might disappoint anybody on Record Store Day. Anyway, I'm sure color's more expensive or something, or I don't know. I don't want to be sad on Record Store Day. I want to be happy. Where the Pyramid Meets the Eye, a tribute, if I'm spending all my money. The Eye, a tribute to Rocky Erickson. Originally issued in 1990, this tribute album to the founder of the 13th-floor Elevators is a favorite of fans who wish to own Erickson's definition of psychedelic music. It includes Doug Somm, ZZ Top, the Butthole Surfers, T-Bone Burnett, and a host of other great artists. It's a loving tribute to Rocky, a man who influenced so many of his peers and became a hero to a whole new generation of musicians. Double vinyl remaster housed in a gatefold sleeve, includes 3 extra tracks previously only available on the original cassette release. There were cassettes still in 1990? I guess so. Nuggets, Come to the Sunshine, soft pop nuggets from the Wea Vaults. Originally released as a 2004 compilation by Rhino Handmade, one of the 2 new compilations using the Nuggets name. This title comes from its first track, Come to the Sunshine, performed by Harper's Bazaar. This orange and yellow marble double vinyl set follows the Record Store Day 2016 release called Hallucinations. Make a link jump here. Oh God, I hope I didn't call him Zelda. That really makes him mad. Dogfish Head presents Music to Drink Beer To, the 3rd edition. Music to Drink Beer To, 3rd edition, is the latest limited edition compilation put together by longtime friends Sam Caligione of Dogfish Head and Adam Block of Sony Music's Legacy Recordings. Sam, who's in the beer business and a raging music geek, and Adam, who's in the music business and a raging beer geek, sat down over a few beers and had a stash of well-worn vinyl and picked some of their favorite tracks from the Legacy catalog. And this is not too shabby. These guys, I mean, alcohol must do something, because this is good stuff. Bob Dylan and the Band, Taj Mahal, Iggy and the Stooges, Uncle Tupelo, The Byrds, Janis Joplin, Muddy Waters, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Cheap Trick, A Tribe Called Quest. Yep, we should all drink more beer. Next up, Lost in Space, title themes from Irwin Allen's hit TV series, Danger, Will Robinson, Danger. 12-inch picture disc with die-cut image of the legendary Lost in Space robot packaged in a die-cut jacket with a full-color inside print. That's cool. Space Jam. A lot of people... I think buzz-wise, Space Jam is the biggest release. Music from and inspired by the motion picture. Okay, you know you want this one. Soundtrack to the 1996 animated sports comedy film starring Michael Jordan and Looney Tunes cartoon characters. Soundtrack features hits from R. Kelly, which was I Believe I Can Fly, Seal, Fly Like an Eagle, Coolio, The Winner, and Salt and Pepper, Upside Down, Round and Round. I bought a bunch of these. I think it was a good decision. Good luck. Southwest Side Story, eschewing their classic look and standard-bearing copious notes for sardonic artwork and impeccable selections, Numero is proud to present a bootleg you can be proud of because it's all licensed. Hey, the licensed bootlegs, this is a new thing. This time they've set their sights on the most unique of soul cultures, the irreplaceable melting pot of San Antonio. Included here are all the songs never before issued other than minuscule pressings on 45, never before distributed outside of Bexar County limits. This no-frills 14-song LP features local luminaries the Royal Jesters, Sunny Ace, the Dreamliners, the Eptones, Dino Bazan, and the Deltones, Henry and the Casuals, and the Volumes. Limited to 2,000 copies on Texas Crude colored vinyl. Next up, Ciao Manhattan. Original motion picture soundtrack, limited to 3,000 copies on Angel Shock color wax, and never before released on any format. Shit, I kind of want to buy it just to see what Angel Shock color is. The audio has been restored and remastered from the original film transfers, and the vinyl is housed in a deluxe gatefold tip-on jacket with 20-page booklet. Edie Sedgwick was the true it girl of the pop age, a woman who famously said she wanted to turn the world on just for a moment. Part of Andy Warhol's factory for a year in the mid-'60s, she is widely believed to have inspired the Velvet Underground's Femme Fatale, as well as Bob Dylan's leopard skin pillbox hat, and Just Like a Woman, two of my favorite songs, so that's a pretty good inspiration. The Village Voice once called Ciao the Citizen Kane of the drug generation. Deeply evocative of that era, the mood of the soundtrack captures the psychedelic spirit of the film, as well as the darkness and tragedy that characterized Edie's life. Check out Danny Says on Netflix, by the way, for a little extra taste. I just watched that. It's fantastic. Give it a watch. Soul Jazz Records presents Soul 70. Soul Jazz Records exclusive limited edition Soul 7-inch box set comprising 5 fantastic 70s soul singles reproduced here in exact replica, bespoke label artwork, and all remastered. Get your groove on. Studio One Hi-Fi. But wait, there's more. Unique Soul Jazz Records 7-inch box set comprising 5 separate singles featuring 10 killer rare collector's tracks from Studio One Records, featuring ska, roots, rocksteady, dub, and more from arguably the greatest reggae label of all time. Here's a ton of seminal, rare, and classic tunes collected for the first time ever. And finally, Studio One House of Joy. House of Joy was the name used in Jamaica for the large wooden speakers that powered the early dance halls. This box set contains 15 rare Studio One singles, as well as a poster, booklet, 45 adapter, and a keychain, and is compiled from the extensive Studio One catalog to honor the pioneering Jamaican sound man Clement Dodd, who started recording in the early 1950s. Featuring singles with the original labels, this collection mines the rich history of Studio One and is a true testimony of the label's greatness. This is the priciest record store day release we'll have this year, and undoubtedly one of the best. Hopefully we'll get at least one of those. So I think I'm going to move on to another venue. I don't know where. See you guys soon.